assured, una go able to think a brighter future. So let me say no for this.
Let me say no.
Sierra Leone, push. You ma killer, this is for you them. Hope for you say.
This ain't not a kush. No, not a kush. No, not a kush. Oh yeah, yeah, you feel them. What are they on me eye? We are the see me sister them. They die in the street. Oh, me I can feel them. When you they see me brother them in the streets. Yeah, some they link they not. Some lay down a guts at the sleep. Oh. So when I ask them, tell me say na kush. Nike pull roll and son of them food. They prefer for left the house, they gonna get so all day they kush. Oh yeah, say that's a kush. Oh. Me brother don't want before him friend. Say that's a kush. Oh. So we they use the old age man youngest. Say that's a kush. Oh. The youths them just they die. Say that's a kush. Oh. Sorry we say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Papa government help we are. Say that's a cushion. Hey, push for die. Say that's a cushion. Hope for you to say, is it on? That's all we say. Say make we drive cushion salon. But we life them.
That is so right, yeah now. What's if they do what we put at them they deny? Push.
Hello, family. Me and Abdul Karim Kargbo, we don't come back with another episode of Salone Issues. I want to apologize for we get about a week break, and the reason being is UNASEF knows they don't place away too busy, and sometimes you need for take vacation for recharge. So the main reason that, and we get some family commitments them as well during the time we relax for recharge. So and as a matter of fact, I cover for Matilda, and they get additional commitments then they get for fulfill. By God's grace, next week, Saturday, it will come and grace the platform with we. So Fambulem, because of the week we will not be broadcast, boku thing that don't piled up. But I'm not going to able to tackle all the things that we don't miss. But one particular issue we, by popular demand, few people that don't ask me say they want forget me take on it. So that's going to be the main topic for tonight. We, as a matter of fact, as Una probably don't read on it, say the main topic now about something will be happen before it began for happen so in 2017, before President Bill came to power. So now that time did the negotiation begin, but after some negotiation, President end up for done President Bill in desk. And as a result of that, President Bill supposed to take full responsibility of this particular thing where they talk about. So waiting na this thing, and again I can't say but people don't na the media in terms of this particular topic. So how we craft say University of Sierra Leone scammed of 4.5 million by fraudulent Nigerian company. So this Nigerian company, as soon as they see now the screen, now a property company, so then call themselves FEMAB, FEMAB, Properties Limited. So I go read for Una again. Una forgive me where I get for do plenty reading on this. But I go read for una, particularly the red flags them. We, as a matter of fact, the financial sector at the time, we Jusu be write a memo to the people and the high authorities that they think of this deal, but yet they disregard them and Boku red flags them with disregard. So again, this now something will just come out few days ago, and not to Salone journalists or not to Salone paper. So this paper, this article, it come off from a different source outside of Salone, and that's make them even more worrisome. So the paper or the article come off from Africa Confidential, and it's very extensive. They write a lot about waiting they go on. So I go touch on it and I go read this article. I go kind of the break in between because it's a lengthy article, but it give me the history of how the whole thing happened. So Fambulem, before we go too far, I go recommend for the dear we share, so we go get Boku people and we go able for participate. And another thing where I want for touch on very quickly, Fambulem, now about again this now VOS, but I want for also make them very clear. Say una also need forget the responsibility for like una self realize say VOS all of we self except the people in our salon we they self not any major something, we just they give a small thing for like they're able to push things then go before, but we not even pay them that way where you go say you pay people them for like then take the mantra, let them take the responsibility of VOS. So as a result of that, Fambulem, I just want for again going back to the post where we post this, not to for express any concern or disregard for we people them, no, we viewers them, no. But the point where I want to make Naya is we call that reasonableness. So the reasonableness of we self again as viewers then. We want for be careful, we want for make sure say we fully empathize. I use that word there because now they will ask of una for empathize. So I will quickly just read a comment and I address them again. And I want for like people like say we vex. No, we not vex at all. We just want for again una no say VOS. We need a scared for answer people like question or for address people in concern, and at that thing we stand for now VOS, and we they encourage people for let them always stand for the same thing. So Fambul them before I set the stage, I just want to read this comment by with brother Umar Mars, where we post the notice and say for the week we go day off, particularly for the VOS television part, not the diaspora. Because even with the diasporas, we know they come on TV, the VOS Salone, the radio station, they still they broadcast programs them. So meaning that VOS to be still they broadcast activities them. So we border right say VOS is gradually becoming a counselor. All the time una council. I mean news they go break, he asked the question. So my brother, and thank you again, that they show how much una believe in VOS. We truly appreciate that. But I want to make something very clear now. VOS, we don't make it repeatedly clear, saying VOS open for volunteers then. Yes, we know we pay now, but because we dey push salon business go before, we dey expect people them for come forward and then your little way for contribute in programs then we will affect the person, the public, and we all. So we don't make the and for people that we don't follow VOS for quite a while. When I go notice say VOS beget at one point almost every day we beget a program. And people in fact at one point people have been called VOS as the number one. And we still be number one in terms of how you look we analysis. But in terms of the numbers, so we numbers them we very much aware say the under because of reason we may you to know, saying previously people have they assume say VOS na sympathizer or supporter of APC. So that be they do up cool APC people them and the SLPP supporters they say they come for counter. So that banter they kind of be they create a situation whereby the viewership be go up significantly. But with time, people they realize say no, VOS not there for APC nor SLPP. So VOS independent, and when I all know in a salon, we the independent people are not plenty. But waiting at the point where they make naya. The point where they make naya is plenty people when they notice say even whether they call, that they use concern, that they say me a concerned citizen and stuff. So within that tell we say Boku people they afraid for identify themselves as we did they give them comment because we all know the government, this government and the previous government and Africa in general, people are ruthless. Democracy we suppose forget a platform where we all for express we feeling about the direction of the country in a free and reasonable way. But it not be the case. So that's the cause for like Boku people are able to come forward for volunteer now VOS because again we want community stories and stuff. But because people identify VOS as coming strong at the politicians, they're not just SLPP, but APC politicians themselves. So Boku people in the scared say, oh, VOS is all politics. But guess what? The political situation it is shape the entire country. Because now the politicians then they craft them policies here. We're gonna affect me and you and generations then yet unborn. And this main topic where we get for deal with now an example. So before I go back to the discussion, I just want to appeal to we brother Mans. Umar Mans. And I believe say himself at one point if we don't volunteer in a VOS, then we get a program where they talk about community issue. But for some reason we even cease for be part of that program there. I don't remember say it be even notice. So meaning to say we recognize people in commitment, but at the same time, we where they steer the cause. And this is not a justification, but I just want for making clear, saying we they volunteer, even then job then where they pay you, you still get to take vacation. So the reason why we get a complete shutdown because we were active right now. They do programs and things like that. We don't get any backup. So anytime we not able among we 3 or 4, we now the main presenters them on the side of the diasporas. If any of we know they for create for act like how are they act on behalf of Matilda, we don't go get that program there. And sometimes we can tempted for repeat broadcast, but people then they complain back. Oh, I wanna they repeat broadcast and so and stuff. So I'm not saying we're not going to get it right to everybody. But we just decide to even the repeat broadcast where we broadcast program, somebody get for in at the studio for do that. So if we all were involved, we get particularly the shows them, we get extra commitment where with families that are sacrificed for giving the opportunity for share with knowledge them with knowledge to una with una, at least let we give them that 1 or 2 weeks where we for spend with them. So again, this not to be defensive or I just to make the case for let people like realistic. Because the realistic part of it is we not get enough staff, volunteers them, especially in the diaspora. Because for salon, we get beaucoup people in Masunal no say labor not a major issue. But however, the power situation it make them not able to do regular programming. We get beaucoup issue for do a full-fledged program na salon. So again, that is supposed for cover for we, but unfortunately, they're not able to do that because of the limitation in terms of the power and the weather and plenty other things. Then, because with the internet, with the weather bad off, the internet's not stable, and plenty other things. Then, so again, my brother, Agladi, where you very active, and yes. As we self the all the politicians them accountable, I want to let you continue for all we accountable. But however, be considerate as well. Try for encourage people and with any kind comment here. Also encourage people and including Yusuf for let on a volunteer. Get 1 or 2 days them or 1 day per week where you can volunteer in a VOS and let we able to reach as many people and also let we able to get as diverse knowledge as we can because VOS not get monopoly of knowledge. You know, the analysis here what they do plenty time now with opinion and plenty people like can disagree with their opinion in there. So it's nice for let we get a different aspect of their disagreements than they and we will all go decide for calm in the middle. So again, I want to say beaucoup thank you for the people that we just joined and we now the first time for join the VOS. My name is Abdul Karim Kargbo and me an economist by profession and I really put food on the table because it's always nice for do a disclaimer. Let people know who side me strength day for the most part. And I'm based in Canada and I want to say beaucoup thank you. So before I set the stage for like we talk about the issues then, I want to share the numbers then where I will encourage you now for call and the phone line open right away because tonight I want to let we all share the particular topics here, but particularly the main topic, but I will talk about other topics then where I believe say will be of interest to now. So for the people in way they in North America, if you want call we toll free, we get for pay nothing. Okay, a day on the house. Now VOS North America toll free 1-866-944-7722. 1-866-944-7722. If you call from the UK, the local number for call from them now +442080891455 +442080891455. If you call from Australia with Fambulem, the number for call now +6129098437 +6129098437. The WhatsApp number I will say now the one port number, but this is a universal number though. So it no matter which part of the world you call from, you can reach with WhatsApp from 1-343-997-5828. 1-343-997-5828. And we also the broadcast na salon we radio station and 91.9 FM and a Freetown. So if because of we get limitation in terms of how far the network we FM station they go, we go also encourage you for make it easier for yourself and you download the app. So the mobile app, just go now Google Play Store or Apple App Store, and then you just type VOS Television from Bulem, and you go able for download. So when you download the app, it will look like this. Where we get boku things, then you go able for navigate and then get even the Salone news. And one for say boku thank you to Sierra loaded because the news we display in this app specifically in a form there. And we get plenty other things that we even do update we dating site where we don't make them open to other people them, other non-Sierra Leoneans them. So anytime you go there, you're able to see people them online where you can chat with. But because we don't open them up, when I get for be careful because other people them from other countries them also now they in the dating app for normal level we go able to make them as open as we can. Because like how they say, you don't know that they fall in love with. So yes, so we first make a priority for the Sierra Leoneans them, but for some reason when I know with culture, it look like say some people them can sort of shy. So as a result, we decide for open them up. We get plenty people in outside of Salone. We then self can be part of this particular program. The VOS dating, we call them VOS matchmaking, and we get plenty additional tools them where you able for enjoy Fambulem. So Fambulem again, one for say boku thank you to we don't join, and I will encourage you to share to people them we all go for watch and then talk about this particular issue and any other issues then we get for talk about. So for as a reminder, Fambulem, let I just remind we all in terms of the different platform them where on our cable catch this program live because it's very essential for letting people are aware. So we get plenty other channels them where we operate live as a matter of fact. So the VOS network we broadcast from them platform here. We broadcast from YouTube, and again I will encourage people in for like them subscribe to YouTube channel, and that channel they grow in a steady way. But we want for like it really grow more than as it grow right now, so we go able for do more programs than particularly in our salon. So we, if you just type, go to YouTube /VOS network, you go get we, and at Facebook we get 5 different Facebook pages. You know, some people then will say, well, no wonder we Voice of Salone, you know they see many people them on Facebook. The reason we decide for do them 5 different Facebook pages and they broadcast live on them, because each one gets dedicated followers then. And we be doing when we establish VOS and for like we able do independent programs then. So we be get the intention for establish VOS across the platform here. So Usai na the main broadcast right now now they get me from now the VOS Salone Television. But we get VOS Salone Radio we right now with the broadcast live day, and we get VOS SL we with the broadcast day. That's for we intend for dedicate salon programs then to that particular show day, and we intend for get a bureau now UK where we open the Facebook page called vos.uk/UK, and we get similarly the Australia VOS Australia, and we also they broadcast live on VOS Television, Twitter, so now X platform at Twitter with the broadcast day live as well. And we get we websites that will the broadcast live as well. We now VOS television, one word, and also we the broadcast on the radio website. We now VOS radio.com. And above all that, if you go download, like I say, the app VOS television, you will get to it. And another platform where we can get a few people and we they watch directly from there. And Boku Salon people are not familiar with this, I believe, because now a gaming website, a gaming site, we're not Twitch TV, we still the broadcasting just normal for we reach people in an easy way. So people will be part of this discussion tonight. So Fambulem, then one and the main platform then we the broadcast live from. So now let's set the stage for in terms of the areas then we are for cover tonight. The main topic, as I will make it clear, the main topic now the scam where this Nigerian company scam the University of Sierra Leone. I will read down from the report, but I will break them down with some explanation and interpretation of what it mean per plain clear. I will do my best for explain per plain clear. So in addition to that, I get two other topics then where I want to bring to an attention from them, because them topics then the topic were three actually. The first way I will talk about, because na my own area. Now about the NRA, quote and unquote, they show like they reduce the import duty on 40 food containers after the public, particularly the importers, they complain, say too much. But the question now is where they increase them so high that after people then complain, then bring them down. But they're not bring them to the point the Usai be day before the increase. So instead, they just reduce the number of increase, the amount where they increase this 40 food container by. So Fambulem, I go want during this particular time we me and you two know say it's very, very difficult for Sierra Leoneans them. And we know very well say in terms of import, plenty things them we call as essential things them. Now import them. So now the question is, why on earth where things they're so difficult for salon people them? And we know say import like critical aspect in terms of how the essential things then they come to the country. They don't do several things there for his revenue. They don't increase the tax, they don't put tax pares. And in my opinion, as an economist, practicing economist, the reason we then give in all anywhere at all. And they look for ways for increased revenue. So now, imagine less than import with the importer. And now, 40 food container where Boku thinks they come from that area there. Boku essential things them. We then thinks then we not go able for live day-to-day life without. They decide for increaser. So I will talk about that from good. And the other thing also where I want to talk about, and I believe say behind the scene, me and Mr. Shilon, they talk about probably the program tomorrow, the Sunday program in our Salone Issues. I probably will talk about this. We don't hear the hype about the United Nations Security Council, Salone get the presidency because I will explain to us in a rotating something. So the month of August, because they go by alphabetical order among the 15 countries, then we make up the United Nations Security Council. So among them 15 a day, you get 5 permanent members. I want to explain a little bit from them. To me, again, anybody we want to disagree, that's fine. But I think say that they overhype this whole Security Council position. Say Salone, now part of the Security Council, non-permanent member of the Security Council. And that, I believe, say, they create a distraction from the main issue that they come to. Now, let me take Ghana, for example. Not too long ago, as a matter of fact, Ghana be a temporary member of the Security Council. But what did happen during the time when they did it? It don't make any difference at all in terms of the economic situation of Ghana. Ghanaians, they still strike. Ghanaians, they struggle. The inflation rate is still high until IMF step in and help Ghana with big loan. Now take a loan, not a free IMF loan. So now the question is, why the limited resources will we get? Again, some people, I should say, the last time the former chief minister, when David Francis, now AYV, where people question this whole aggressive way with the foreign policy to the detriment of the country. What make I say to the detriment of the country is that they go into more debt because their embassy are already open, so say, one for established with foreign policies and all that, or foreign presence. It costs Salone money. And their money then they now in forex. They pay them people and they operate the embassies then. The same thing. The United Nations, the so-called the Security Council sittings. We see the president go with the convoy because, again, in my opinion, it looks like say it's about the president, not about the country at all. Because otherwise, the priority of the country, again, they say, the Security Council being part of the Security Council, important and stuff. Guess what, Fambulen? The Security Council, they become useless body. I say that. They become useless body at the international scene. That's all now why. Now, you get 10 non-permanent members, and you get 5 permanent members, and then 5 permanent members then the United States, Britain, France, Russia, and China. So the reason we make them set them so, and they make them say, if any major security decision where the UN want for take, all the 5 members then they for agree. The permanent members then they particularly for agree. Any of the member then they will say no through waiting and call veto. And it happen. And we always see what they call the geopolitical situation of the country, now the world. China and Russia, then they're on one side. The other 3, when US, UK, and France, then they're on the other side. So tell me the way how it's structured so. Say any major security situation where the UN want for address, then 5 permanent members then they for agree unanimously. Not a single one for say no. Otherwise, it not go happen. And now we see the power tussle between Russia and the Western countries. China sometimes came back, Russia sometimes they can decide for staying on the sideline. But Russia specifically, and we all see what happen at Niger. And ECOWAS, they say, oh, then go overturn the illegal overthrow of the democratically elected civilian government. It not happen. It not happen at all. So President Bill, they make all this hype about Security Council and stuff. Guess what, Fambule? To me, NATO is even more, I go say, active than the Security Council. You know why? NATO get a particular clause as part of the agreement where say if any member within NATO be attacked by so-called aggressor, the entire NATO go for them by that country there. So who's better protection we pass that? The Security Council not get that. Otherwise, therefore don't step in for fight Russia where they invade Ukraine. We're not sovereign country. So meaning that with the Security Council, we're there at the mercy of Russia, particularly. Not say hypothetically. If Guinea, we don't say Guinea, the military is stronger than Sierra Leone. If Guinea today, like that Yenga situation, if it escalate further, Guinea take over there, who that we go call? ECOWAS or ECOMOG do not get that political will and even the money. So we all see Nigeria, we're not the big brother, how did they struggle? So tell me, it's not they brag about the Security Council. Not because of President Bio, they not the Security, Sierra Leone, they not the Security Council, make they get them talk care of. No. The reason for me points them where they make, now because of the priority where they shift from the bread and butter issue, where it's supposed to be the number one issue in that country, but yet we they distract with self, we then tear away for the secondary issues. All because of President Bill for seeing that the international community, instead of first looking after in citizens them, we put another power there. So I hope you get my point. Now, the Information Ministry, they organize UN Security Council presidency town hall meeting for waiting Salone people and get for say about it. Who's let them tell we who's where it help with the bread and butter issue. Let them really tell Sierra Leoneans them. In my opinion, from all my research, and I just tell you about Ghana. Ghana, before Salone become non-permanent member of the Security Council, Ghana be there. But Ghana, they get huge inflation and turn out. So meaning the Security Council, particularly the way how it's set up, is almost useless. Let me take a call before I go to the third topic where I want to discuss. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's my name and who side you call me from, please? Hello, caller. You there on live? What's your name and who side you call me from? All right. Well, we get another caller. We go to the second caller. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who side you call me from?
Assalamu alaikum, brother Kargbo. It's good to see you, my man. It's good to see you, and Hearing from you, my brother.
Thank you very much, brother, and same here as well. So, waiting till you take on the program tonight, sir.
Well, just a quick one. I pass on different things. Let me start with the UN Security Council thing. It's very unfortunate that our leadership, our current leadership, especially our president and the administration, make this Security Council seat bigger than it is. This should not have been a partisan issue. We should have been proud of this. I'm sorry, just 1 second. I believe I'm echoing. Okay. We should have been proud as a whole country to see we share this security seat. I mean, the presidency for this month. And that should not have been partisan. That does not mean it changed anything about Sierra Leone. The only good thing it brings to Sierra Leone, it just put us on the international spotlight. Because right now with all the current crisis that's going on around the world, Sierra Leone is the chair of the UN Security Council. That's it. And it is done in a couple of days. So it's just nonsense that they make this thing too crazy. But past Dande, go beyond Dande. It is sad. And I make everything at the land is sad that everything is looked at from political prison, from partisan political prison. Instead of unity and looking at things differently. But past Dande, Mr. Kargbo, we go contact you to see you have asked us to see how we go contribute. Some of us have different ideas on how to contribute in this network because we believe in unity of our land. We believe that we believe in different kind of politics. We don't believe in the politics of division. We think politics of division never take we anywhere. We believe in unity and coming together and changing our land. We should prioritize changing our land. Sierra Leone, they wait for someone else to come and change the land. We need to start. At some point, we need to start. Generations have come before us and have not done that. We need to look forward for the next generation. But anyway, my brother, I respect and I'm glad to see you back. And we are glad to see VOS back. We miss you. We miss you now, but thank you.
All right. Thank you so much as always, my brother. So, Fambulem, again, the lines, they're open. So we will encourage you for call that we talk about the issues here. So if time permits, the other issue where I want we talk about now, again, I don't make them very clear. Say meaning they go too deep into the personal political issue. I mean with the internal political issues of APC or SLPP. But the reason I want we talk about this particular issue tonight, Mifambodem, that because of the national implication where it get. What do I mean by that? The reason we can say it gets national implication, now the facts say, when you look at APC, and in any democratic dispensation, any democratic setting, you won't forget a vital, strong, active opposition where you hold the current government accountable. But if you get people where deliberately they engage in self-interest instead of waiting the opposition party stand for, it will become a national issue because that lack of strong, active opposition whether na APC they na the opposition or SLB na the opposition, Salone still, or a true democracy, still deserve a very vibrant opposition. So we began 4 parties then, and I believe plus independent. Now it all reduced to 2, no independent candidate, na parliament. So this story, the headline shows say APC reads say APC national chairman urged to come clean. Supporters called to action. The story behind this is, again, the APC executive they don't deny that, but the rumors still they continue. Say the chairman, when Minkailu Mansare, I believe so I get the name correctly, according to the rumor, again, I don't care like for entertain rumor, but I just they send a warning there. Say they want for resign from being the chairman and run for president and become the flag bearer for be the presidential candidate of APC 2028. That's not a problem, because na human and also na Sierra Leonean, so he qualify from that limited aspect. Because for become president na Salone and get criteria, and the criteria is them, they're not kind of stiff enough. Not to say now 10 criteria at all. The main criteria is them is 1, the age. If you don't reach certain age. 2, if you be a Sierra Leonean born in Salone, or if you born outside of Salone, if you born to Salone parents then, like we meet the outside of Salone, can born Pikinaya, even though that Pikine will get Canadian citizenship, but because a born to Salone parent, because na me born and me na Sierra Leonean by birth, automatically that Pikin will become Sierra Leonean citizen. Now you have to ask the question, saying, well, why the Constitution not allow me for run for presidency? Because they say if you voluntarily acquire another citizenship other than Sierra Leone, you not qualify for any public office, publicly elected office. So meaning that for me, again, I didn't the record. Me not tell like the other people and way they get to sing, but they hide them, and that's they show how dishonest them be, and when them dishonest from the beginning, you know we expect much from them, and then it happens. So plenty, if not most, of them will get them big positions today. They get dual citizenship, but they hide them, and they know very well, and even the president self, highly likely he get dual citizenship. But me, they make it clear. The record, this recording, good day. As long as that particular clause they do not change them, I not qualify for any public office, any publicly elected office. So come back to the point where they make now. Now, the reason, the criteria for you become president, if you be Sierra Leonean citizen, you know, forget dual citizenship, and we picking them who they born are, then an exception. They can get dual citizenship, but they can still run for president because they say they not acquire the other side of their citizenship outside of Salone voluntarily. For me, because of na me self decide, then they make a disqualify. So that's the difference that. So meaning that we begin with born in Canada, for example, get more right than me we born in Salone. Una go figure who sense this one make. That pikin when not born na Salone. He get more right than me we born na Salone. So that's not the other criteria for be president. So in terms of education, all way they talk about PhD and all these kind of big degrees them, not a requirement. Not a requirement for get PhD. So let people stop for they put so much premium on PhD regardless of waiting people and getting PhD on. So waiting make this be a national issue for me. Mikhailo Mansari, according to the rumor and according to the article I read, say he want for resign from the presidency of from the chairmanship of APC and then run as flag bearer. But the disturbing part is they say the executive, according to the article, the executive Agbagbade, they want for make some yuki for make sure say Mikhailo Mansari get the flag bearer of APC for run 2028. Now you go ask, okay, well, how that one they be a national threat? Here is how, fumble them. If that they happen, it don't be a disservice to all the people that we don't register and where they look for a thriving democracy, including with the independents. Remember, say upfront, for let Salone thrive, for let with democracy flourish, we get a strong opposition. Otherwise, it will just feel like a dictator. Because the president will do anything we want, and you know very well say get strong people that will go oppose him. So that make to me I feel say this is a national threat. If they try for make yuki and say let Mikhailo now go through the proper process, they conduct democratically elected the democratic principle of convention, it not only will be a disservice to the APC, it will be a disservice to the country because we need a vital opposition. Not say if even not win the 2028 election, but clearly, highly likely, and will be the main opposition. Because we not see the possibility, say huge, for let we see a third force for become prominent political party in that country there. We will get hope by NGC, but the so-called democratic father, the father of democracy in Salone, he kill NGC. He kill C4C. So now APC, they try for dash the little hope for Lek Salone, because again, like how did they say, the better of two evils, something like that. I don't believe in APC, I don't believe in SLPP. But let me put that aside. We still need a strong and vibrant opposition. So this they ask the question, if for become a presidential candidate or for become a flag bearer, you don't begin with yuki. What thing will make of your presidency if you become president? Let me ask that question. So that they show clearly saying it will become a corrupt president. Because if it all starts the process for getting to that position there with corruption in a corrupt way, no brainer. Because what thing ever happen, then people in way they try for make it get that position there, it get for set them out. Because then they use her now for a blackmailer. So it get for make sure say it dance to them tune instead of for rule the country in a proper way. And at that we they see with President Bill, where the people them way don't help them for rig the election, we they see now say they compensate them with position. That's sadly enough and the definition of salon democracy. So fumble them again. If time permit, I will go deeper into them topics than they. But for now, I will sort of left them there because I want to talk about the main topic for tonight. We now about this Nigerian company. We defraud the Salone University, but not to just the process. I mean, not to just the fact say they defraud the people, but the fact of the matter is fumble them. Not the process. Again, I will encourage you now for let us share with our family, that we all come and throw some light by this topic here. $4.5 million, not a small money. So, family, let we go straight to the points that we read for now. How it happened. And then in between, I will still take calls. I will encourage you now for let us call, please. So as I see on the screen, this website, so again, it comes from Africa Confidential. And this, now August, I download the report today from Bulem. So now very recent article. So waiting at the headline. The headline says Freetown's business school buys 4.5 million hole in the bush. And when I see the picture, why they say now hole? The middle of nowhere. So it continues for say Sierra Leone University lost 4.5 million US dollars, as a matter of fact, Salon people, of public, again, when I underline this, of public money to a Nigerian company after red flags were ignored and safeguards overridden. Then they kept it secret. So, Fambulem, that headline there alone, it's a bokubokuti. And some of the things then with that headline they say, it's supposed to make we all be of huge concern. And wait to make us say so, because one, are public money. Two, they keep a secret. Let's say a mistake, they don't do diligence and all that, even though they not do that. But if they really regret what they do, if they don't make them open to the public, and if they don't do everything possible for retrieve the money, but they keep a secret. But off, we not be know of that until this article come on ado. So let's read for now the article. Again, I will break them down. I will first read the background. Again, this is not the picture of the place. As soon as I see, right now, I so bush. I make them say a hole. So according to the article, it reads say, how can I say it clearly? The University of Sierra Leone, USL, advanced 4.5 million to a Nigerian property developer towards a 50 million project to build a new campus for its business school in 2019. So under Madabio. But nothing was built, and the Nigerian private partnerships, and the Nigerians won't return the money. Africa Confidential can reveal. It's a tale of excessive ambition, the pitfalls of public-private partnerships, and the risks of not doing due diligence on your contractors. What did this mean? The thing that way, according to the Africa Confidential, the report, in a special report, the things that way they say lacking there. By the way, the public-private partnership, not to something new. It means, say, government, they put small team, you get private sector where go come and say, okay, well, I go build this, and over time, when I pay me money, and then they meet. And sometimes they can run the thing, like now, airport, for example, they run them, say, after certain amount of years, where they feel say they don't pull the money, they hand them over to the government for their EB salon property. So now something we not to only salon, it even happen now the advanced countries. So it's very common these days in Africa for like they're able to build big project. The government combined with private sector for building projects then they. So this is now one of them projects then they. But the thing where this article they talk about is the university people will be too ambitious. They'll be so, I don't even know, too much glady or waiting. So they're so glady and feel say this go bring so much benefit without even doing their homework. So now that's that first paragraph say. So the second part they say, USL, we're in a University of Sierra Leone, officials won't tell us why they can't get their money back or why they contracted with a company which had no track record of major developments and was linked to a dubious US stock market manipulator. So that's not the situation. And again, fumble them. I want to make them very clear where are they read them comment here. Where they read this article. I want to let people realize saying this wiki able learn, particularly the people that we go on for say, oh well, make excuse for the government. It not just happen, say, a president being government, somebody do this. The previous administration, we see boku dubious deals them. And anecdotally, they come through, say, plenty of them contract here, then people here, then government officials them, and the people them where you go say stakeholders them, they sign them because they don't bribe them. They don't give them some amount of money. So as a result, they not feel say they in their interest for let them go through due diligence. Let them go through all the proper documentation for read them and make sure say salon people and gets the best out of that deal there because of they don't serve the interest. So now that make where are they read them and as we discuss them, let we discuss them for the in the interest of Sierra Leone. Let we not discuss them in the interest of Mother Bill, in the interest of David Francis will be involved, in the interest of the university officials then will be involved. Let we not do that. If we do that, they take the common sense and put on a corner and allow the nonsense for overcoming. And at that, most times we don't do. We need to use common sense for assess the action here And at that make then dubious politicians here, including then dubious activities and companies that we didn't deal with, they get away with it. Because we always they use party lens for make their assessment here. So they appeal to me as they read this story. Let we not do that and not be in the interest of the country. Rather in the interest of them people here. Because it's very clear, say to them, they want anything where they happen in that country there. We involve them. We involve money business. Then go claddy if we always use party lens. Oh, na me political party, oh, na APC, oh, na SLPP. Begin throw fingers at each other, point finger at each other. And that's the one. Then we take a call and I will come back after this call, please. VOS Network, hello caller. VOS Network, hello caller. Waiting on your name when you say the call from, please.
Hello, viewers. This is Omar the call.
Hello, Brother Omar. Thank you so much for your call. Waiting on you take on the program tonight.
Okay. First of all, since you start the program with my name, so I just make small comment on that.
What's your name? Well, thank you for call.
One thing you see, viewers, we know say sometimes the administration side sometimes get problem. Like what you say, we can get a lot of issues that we understand, But we. Now the news we they consume, we don't understand it. What's in the background, most of we don't know. And to be honest with you, most of we don't care. We know it's very difficult for the background because of our schedule and so. But we don't use it to that time say wait Saturday reach, Sunday reach for see una. So but if it don't happen, it's 3 months, 2-10, 3-10 already absent. We not volunteer on the volunteer, but we self feel like just imagine a footballer don't wear, he don't dress fire, don't put on his socks, he don't put on his five boots, he gonna feel for go play. They say the referee not come because of you is loaded. So I go feel. So, but we can understand. But the caller mentioned one thing. The first caller mentioned one thing where I want you take note of. We all know, say, na volunteer or na the volunteer. We all know the entire viewers almost 99.99999% na volunteers because maybe don't be part of them, But some of we not go volunteer. Why? Because of the time difference, Because if you make program with somebody, we get six hours time difference with you, so it's very difficult for us to meet up on time. They get me, but we get one thing where I feel say viewers for make. Not everybody go volunteer in time, but people go other way for volunteer. We got like what to say. Even if we make a type of patron fellowship followers where they contribute to the program based on willingly way to contribute, whether financially or the time. Una for make them open. Now volunteer, let people volunteer. Let we know say when I say volunteer, I don't mean say if you do it for nothing. It can mean say you do them, but they get the amount of money, but at least they will put sugar on the table for drink tea. That's not for una way they will know so una only afford them. But you get people like for instance they down there with the medicinal news. Una they help the society, una they help Sierra Leoneans. I feel say if we they contribute we own way. Believe me, if me Sidom, you say okay, let me say for instance a patron follower. Say okay, we year around, at least if not annually say. Some of we they volunteer, we never can, we never give with them, but we they volunteer. Some of we like we sit on another talk about we sit on the volunteer. I know say 2-3 people in the VOS followers, strong people who go volunteer. Not for can make say let them can make say then side the topic or try to draw the topic other way. Una go still there on the topic, una go be very much independent, but at least let we serve Sierra Leoneans, let we the followers show way how we go help for let the program go before. I know say una go open up to we we self can come inside. So then in the VOS go get people, even when I not get people self, or get people on the volunteer for come into the program, or una go put at least na sugar and identity self, not to for pay them, but still na way of volunteering. Now let I come to the topic. I know say I go call back if my time not do, because I don't use 2 minutes of my time. Let I come into the topic. You get me?
Yeah, well, let us set you time now because all along, because
Okay.
I go reset you time.
Okay.
Since a busy call, I go reset you time. So you
Okay.
time starts now. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Viewers, you see the last start to the UN Council, the Security Council. You see, the Security Council a badly formed. The Security Council then formed at the time when most of the African countries or most of the other parts of the world being not being get republic. They all been they either then they order Germany or then they order China or then or then they order England or so. Most of them not been get independent on the time when they form the Security Council, So that make them very difficult and that make the way a balance. So even though there's no justice. And one thing where we know go take from President Bio, now that the way they talk in the Security Council, the only talk for Sierra Leone. They talk, they present the entire African issue to the board. But just like what in the caller talk, this thing, though the thing not for say enough, a nice, not economically, because economically I don't see any benefit to the can at the table. But when it comes in terms of foreign policy, I feel say Sierra Leone they make headways. But one thing where the government need to make understand or where they try for, they tell people in the right thing like that. Then they make like they advocate for the Security Council seat. Now we turn. Not to for saying that this government say no, we go there, they on airport. Now we turn. Now by turn, when you turn reach, you they get them.
Clarify that pause you time. I'll like clarify that side we say by now we turn. Now we turn for be the chair, the president of the security.
The security presidency, for instance, before we the candidate, before Sierra Leone the candidate, now Ecuador be did. Now a rotational. Alphabetically a rotational. When it reach to una they get them.
Where you they talk say now we turn. Now for the Security Council.
Yeah, of course. For long we be the president, not for later the Security Council. For long we be the president at this time. Now Sierra Leone in turn. Because if
let we clarify that. Thank you. Right.
Because if not when a rotational, we don't turn or it for the now we turn. But the president don't present like say now they advocate for make we did it. They don't just narrate the whole thing that the ordinary Sierra Leoneans they will understand what thing they go on. But for the mere fact that the president where he go there, he talk, he able present African issue to the Security Council, and it's an issue that they don't ignore. And I feel that credit to go give to President Bio. They don't ignore this permanent seat issue for Africans, and we forget it because if you get a lot of problem where they happen, where the Security Council they talk about from Africa. So why you they talk about African problem where African at the permanent seat? So that way they present to the world and to the Security Council, it is just the only thing, let them come out, then explain, give people, let people understand, let just left make say now advocate, now then advocate for them, they not be talking, they get them. Now let I come again to the company inside. You see, other countries, what they do, even though they can't expert, other countries they do, then they give priority to the nationals. Then one tell we says, University of Sierra Leone tell we say, they never get people where they will do that work in a salon, where they go take $4.something million. Who that in the world we know sabi Nigeria but cook. We go take $4.something million, you go give a particular company. Where are the Sierra Leoneans? How Sierra Leone community go grow? How Sierra Leoneans where they try for grow in that particular field they go grow? How Sierra Leoneans where they go into construction go grow? We get a gent to get the orders. Why they not put that money in there? Why they go find foreign company where they vet well? They take a lot of money like that and give them.
All right. Well, unfortunately, your time don't done. A different though, because I don't know if Gento gets that capability there for raise about $30-something million. So a different. This not to just the government they give contract. The company they come and say, okay, well, I go read them through. According to the agreement, the university they come up with 25% of that 50 million they with the project for cost, and then the company come up with 75%. So the government now for let the company put that kind of money there, the government therefore step in and guarantee the company and say if the university not able pay you money, we go responsible for pay you money. So now day the breakdown be happen. But I will take one more call and I will go through the process. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and where you call from, please?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Kargbo, thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah, James, my junior.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
James. Go ahead, please.
I know we really begin with you, the Security Council, where every way woman they say, now we turn for be part of the Security Council. I believe say people either they know or deliberately they try for trivialize the successes where this administration not score for be part of Security Council. If you know and deliberately they try for misinform the public. For be part of Security Council, there are nations, countries who are republics. They have never been opportune to be voted for to be part of Security Council. Let's establish that there. And those who are saying is the time is a rotational issue. Can somebody go into whatever internet system or Google whatever system? They bring the calendar where they talk say because it's a rotation or something. The world is so fair. There should be a rotational register where it will say this year, this time, national country for B, it represents Salone or it represents a VOS Salone Security Council. But let me just give more background. Even this time, Salone was going to run with Nigeria. And we all know say inside Africa, Nigeria is one of the super countries, super war country in Africa. In terms of population, in terms of resources, in terms of anything we talk about, Nigeria is bigger than us. So because of whatever thing, the rapport or whatever the government they do, they ask Nigeria to step down. We ECOWAS supported Sierra Leone. There they started. And they canvass and we end up in the voting, we end up getting 180 something countries that they voted for Salone. So whatever you look at it, you want to realize that, you want to underestimate it, you to easy success. So let's get that to Vanna Bill. Yeah, the presidency of Security Council is rotational among permanent members and non-permanent members. Once you are being fortunate or you are being elected, it will rotate among Guna. I mean, Salone this month and November next year. Now we get for be the chairman of the Security Council. And again, within the first tax we want to build on that, we want to undertake the reformation of Security Council. We are one of the major organs, the UN. Security Council is one of the major organs of the United Nations for advocate on behalf of Africa. Yes, C10, before Manabi was elected, the past president, Dr. Anes Nkrumah, was C10 leader. He played his own role. He advocated on behalf of Africa. And he did whatever powers he had at that time for Dua. But would I amplify more? Can we give credit to Manabio? You might hate him. But whatever strategy you have used, we don't make it don't go 1 whole month have been dedicated to this particular topic to be discussed. And I was fortunate to listen. All the permanent members, including United States, China, Russia, members that were present, they give the support. It might be hypocrite, but that's what, and even the president and the Secretary General of Security Council, it is support that Commonwealth. Can we give credit to Mother Bill administration rather than saying it's rotational? That's
right.
very disturbing. No. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Again, yes, sometimes I speak as an economist, maybe I sort of a little bit biased, maybe. But I don't know if you be join that program, but call me back, please. So I don't know if you be join that program, I mean, if you join the program where we talk about the priority. I give a side instance to Ghana. Ghana be part of the Security Council, non-permanent member of the Security Council, which come out of Ghana economically. And even in the United States, the election where they go on right now, the election campaign, but cool people and they say, yes, Kamala Harris, is very popular now, but they say the bottleneck at the economy of the United States. Because that time where inflation big up to 9%, like really high in a long time. Yes, even though people are not say COVID and it create that supply chain issue and all that way, Boku things then no Boku factory they be closed, they not be get way for produce the things them, and because of their shortages then they make prices then go up significantly. But guess what? The people are still they say because of price they accumulate. This whole inflation, yes, it don't come down to less than 3%. But guess what? Now on top of that 9% and change, where it don't happen. Not a reduction from that too. So the price just they had. So even though the rate at which the price they go down, the increase don't go down, and they increase faster again, but still they add to the price, like I said before, until you get negative inflation before you will see two price go down. Inflation will just stay after the price. So imagine people and they even say after the convention, Kamala Harris is very strong at foreign policy and stuff. But the bottom line is politics is always local. The local thing when are the number one issue in any country and the economy. So for like we they say, oh, Mother Bill don't do well, the Security Council, but I just don't give assessment of the Security Council. It's not effective anymore. And that make you see Bush, where it will invade Iraq. They forget about the Security Council because they know they don't get approval. And now we they see even now African countries there for say, okay, well, let the Security Council support their regional bodies, whether financially, otherwise, or morally. We they see say Russia they manipulate that because the structure of the Security Council. So this now body were not effective. So how this go translate into helping the bread and butter issue in Salone? Rather than you channel your energy, you did fly all over the place. Say, oh, Salone gets bad reputation internationally. Why you not just left that to the foreign minister and you take care of the bread and butter issue? So during the time of the town hall, where one lady asked about simple question. Say why the thing that way that they produce na salon they're so expensive. The president get back talk. So now that for in legacy, we're not to the international community elector and the salon people elector, and it come a run under the mantra. And not say a run as a number one issue being we be part of the Security Council. No. So it's all about priority, my brothers and sisters. It's all about priority. So waiting again, I go back to Ghana. Waiting come out of Ghana. Where Ghana will be a member of the Security Council. How them benefit economically? No way. Sure say economically being a member of the Security Council go help you at all. And as a matter of fact, like people that they say, like how you say, and again the first caller, the discussion for let Africa be a permanent member of the Security Council and stuff. My brothers and sisters, ECOMOG or ECOWAS. Look again the South Africa, their own blog, their own community. Look how they operate. Look at the AU, the African Union, how they operate. Why we not concentrate on making them bodies then they effective? And yet to say, one for be part of the Security Council, you see how we priorities them really mix up, my brothers and sisters. Priorities them mix up. Now we take a call and I will come back after this call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's the name and the call from, please? What's up, Brian? You don't live.
Yes, Mr. Kargbo, good evening from inside Naya. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Yeah, thank you very much.
For the call.
Thank you.
First of all, I agree with you because I disagree on one point, but I agree with you. I agree with you on the point that, like, no more way you talk about the priorities. As always, I say, not all the politicians can be the problem in the country. Not all the local people. Now, the diaspora and the problem of Sierra Leone. Because we come here for can learn things, them, we take the good things, care and go back home, all go prosper as a nation. But unfortunately, people then just hold on to political party views. The one the way they call, like one, I think about James call, I get them small with my just having voice. They're all the time, the political party point of view, then they take, then the flag. If we ask them, Mr. Brother, what's your own point of view now about governance? Because we get to politics, now for make you can improve living standards or you maintain them. How matter you don't contribute economically on the lives of the people? If you ask them this now, what's an achievement? You go talk say we don't abolish the death penalty, we don't do the criminal libel, we don't sit on a Security Council. When you look at all the things the way and the radical inclusion, when you look at all those things, you look at what you don't do to the economic life of the people, not almost zero. But we get in diaspora abroad at them, where they do like people them way don't understand actually what governance means, what for bring to the people. Because you promise those things, people will believe in them. Till today, we don't get water agenda for produce water. Then they talk about them. Now they can't talk about security. What is Salone get for gain and what you get for doing that? You turn back just after that 1 month pass, you go sit down back. Water no day. Everybody get typhoid. So I can't understand why we not the reason out. This is why Salone succeed because we not get one agenda, we not get a grand plan for how we go before as a nation. This party whole just entrench every day. That's not a problem. Anyway, I say I get 2 points. Left and the first. You say, also I disagree with you. You talk about because not you want don't talk about this. Waiting at Ghana, they again we then come out the IMF, then come out, I don't know if I get you right, but I think say I be pray, where I be listen to more. So I not get them. We want start me pray. So I not get them well. Well, like say you said you agree, like with the politician can talk. See, Ghana don't go, they don't come IMF, now they don't come back, they don't go like the bust, something like that. Mr. Kargbo, it is not correct. Because why? Everybody just capitalize on the negatives of Ghana withdrawing from the IMF and coming back. Now, a strategic move Ghana make, a deliberate, like, go from body default so that you know go pay in debtors them. Then get on time. Then Ghana take so. Before then come out the IMF, then be day zero, then be day bottom develop. Now they don't go to middle level income country. Now then 5,000, 10,000, 5,000 to 7,000 per head. Now you didn't get right now. And we didn't boss so, it not change much. So now we look at that, the improvement we don't get over the 5 years or so, we didn't commodity, we didn't commodity. The small people and go people, not to say they want to go sit on the again, no. Now just strategic for make them they not pay them debtors, they made them they strategize. So even I read the Kenya president, because they all the lazy politicians, they don't want to take a decisive step for making them come up behind the IMF and World Bank there, let them do their own program them. Now they already just draw the Ghana example. So maybe if I read you, fine. I think you talk the same. Now make I say I disagree.
Okay.
Ghana,
Yeah.
I don't know if me 3 minutes on pass. Ghana they
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry about that.
Age you small. The reference I make is Ghana be a member of the Security Council, a non-permanent member of the Security Council. So a reference say where Ghana left the Security Council or where them be now the Security Council, whose way it helped them economically. The answer is no way. Because Ghana gets that economic trouble, we pull people in our teeth and get high inflation. So now that connection they are therefore make, saying Salone not to Salone no more. Now Africa don't be a member of the Security Council. As recent as before Salone, Ghana be a member of the Security Council, but yet then get financial trouble. The economy not be they perform well. So now that connection they are make. Not to connection with
it makes sense. No, it makes sense.
So
Because I tell you,
see now until IMF bail them out, then able for revive the economy. So meaning it gets little or nothing for do with the involvement or the participation as a member, non-permanent member of the Security Council until we IMF bail them out. So now that connection they are make for less Salone people they realize saying this whole Security Council, as with Ghana example, it don't make any sense as to how it will improve your economies. Now, that's if anything at all, it even financial burden because then people are where they go there so in droves the country get for responsible. And the same thing again with establishing embassies all over the place, we financially they're responsible. And the priority supposed for be give people then decent living. Now the country first. So as we conclude, but I just want to make it clear.
No. Well, I can't tell you, I will try for praise, so I'm not going to pay attention much. Like say, I say, but if what you talk, it makes sense. I know they doubt you. I know say you focus on economics, like me, Nayaso. So I no doubt you say go talk, you go talk this way than the other way. What I've been thinking as we see. Well, thank you very much for the correction, sir.
All right, and thank you for the point where you make. In terms of whether or not it's a strategic move, then they're not going to delve into it. But clearly, IMF bailed them out. And to me, again,
Mr. Kargbo, I know say you get reservation, but make we not just see somebody, if you look at the gains what the person don't make, make we not look no more at a disadvantage. The guy then don't go at a middle level economy. I mean, and people level. I mean, economy. So make we look at that. The gain we don't make. Now, if we then go just buck the foot small no more, then they start guaranteeing my back. Why would they capitalize on that? This 90 lazy politicians that they take now, like the Kenyan president, they talk up. They say,
Okay.
no, we're not going to do like Ghana. We come out just now for IMF program there, and then we get for comeback. But we did only did for 100 years. How have you gained?
Okay. And to that point there, my brother, I don't feel say personally though, I go commend particularly the current president of Ghana. Yes, Ghana don't try from Rollins in time take don't build the economy. But INSEF, the first term, if you watch the economy of Ghana, and it do all them strategic moves then they, because they don't restore confidence. Now the old world. And even people that they come out US go now Ghana go establish and stuff. But what think can happen? It go back to the African mentality in second term. It begin now for reward people them way vote for them in people them around and stuff like that nepotism and stuff, and it creates the largest cabinet in recent time in Ghana, and he begins spending recklessly, and he pushed them to that level now where then debt so high and all things just held loose. So I don't feel say again like how they can say not to the person where put the water the pieces na water na the one we pull them. Maybe the other governments them like Rollins they do very well and stuff like that. But in now afterwards Ghana don't get the footing, then all of a sudden he engage in I go say again I don't use strong words then I am, but ineffective running of the economy, and where they even call for the Minister of Finance for resign and all that stuff, then they back them until late. So it puts Ghana in that kind of situation, and at that matter yourself they do. So they give people and back talk, they put Salone into so much debt, and the next president get for inherit them debts than they, and then they will create a situation whereby that next president will be limited in terms of the thing that we will provide for the country because of the debt we Mother Bill they ask. So you know, come back and say, okay, well, I'll praise Mother Bill. No, me no praise.
No,
you
no,
know,
no.
Yeah, you
No,
get
well,
the point.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get the
sir.
point. Well, I just give small point about the second term. Now, I make second term not a good idea because the person did not go for re-election. And as Kuruma, as ineffective as he was, in first term was better. But in second term, because he not get for campaign again. Now the same way Madam you not get for campaign again. Now you see the how they call him deputy ambassador, deputy minister 1, deputy minister 2. It don't become normal because it just a try for reward party people. This is a party business no more now. So the second term, now so he did almost everywhere around Africa. Not so much Kisal do in second term. That's what he do. So all of them, even the guy in Kenyatta, he do the same thing second term. Because second term, he not get for do nothing again for go. Matter be if you not do better economically in first term, what he go do second term economically will go better. Anyway, thank you very much for the engagement, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for the assessment. Let me take additional call. VS Network, hello caller, waiting on you. Where you calling from, please?
Yeah, Mr. Kargbo, how are you doing?
And you do well, brother. Thank you so much for calling. And waiting on your additional.
Yeah, I hearing I'm pretty listening, Mr. Mustafa. They call me, say, if he ask me the successes of this administration, I will talk about things, whatever he says. Okay. I believe I call specifically for an analysis because I have somebody trivializing the successes of Security Council, and they are saying it's rotational. And I make us say a lot of countries in the world not ever be opportune to sit on Security Council. And which are one of the major organ, if not the most important organ in the UN system. But let me say something. Mr. Mustafa, if Marabiyo at the end of the in time, if we're able to reduce the importation of rice by 60 or 70% by sources, Rome was not built in a day. Stones were gathered, and I want to tell Mr. Mustafa say, now 3 ways would assess the sources of any government. 1, security. 2, economic. And 3, foreign policy. Those are the 3 ways. If Manabio can succeed in 30 or 40% in any of that way, the Security Council to realize them, that is a major success. If he able to make Africa get even one permanent seat when they can have a veto power, a major success, that's Salone name, and forever. You might not look at it, it might not translate into economic activities immediately, but it is. It is. And I want to let you know that. So, my brother, you don't go force me for believe what you believe in. I don't believe what I believe in. I believe say this government they don't blunder several things. I feel say Salone will not pass with a day, if for a day today, but this government gets success story. And whenever this success story comes, we all will come around and celebrate them. If the bad story then come, we all they come around and lambast the government. So if you're not happy for say a tiny country called Salone Idina Security Council, me I happy. He's not going to force me for move with your motion and the Badat who have to say yes for the nation, whoever you heard about that for, but translate that into good heart for our nation, for our country. It's not about the story of Mother Bio. I been in a working place, I been tell somebody, always in the describe Salone, they say, oh, that blood diamond. No. But you can say that is tiny country where they advocate for less Security Council, either the permanent seats, they lost the veto power, or Africa added to a veto power. If we get that, and credit to Salone, I don't care if Namada Bio or an Executive who started, credit to a Salone name, I'll be a proud Salonian. It's not just about economy. Thank you. I will call back.
All right. Thank you, Brother James. Let we take additional calls. WhatsApp VOS network. Call out. What's your name? No side they call it from, please. Go ahead, please.
Hello, VOS. It's now Maru to talk again.
Hello.
Salone, you would turn everything to politics. You see, we brother, they mix up something. Rotation and non-rotational. We need to talk about the process where you count Sierra Leone at the council. We need to talk about the process where it lead for let somebody be a president of the council. You know, whether you like it or you not like it, everybody knows a rotational. You know, in the top of calendar, which calendar again you want? If they don't tell you, say this government, wait for instance, I don't go get for be president of the council for 3 months. After that, other one they can't take. Which calendar again you want? You know. So I know one, but anyway, you know, say Salone left for put everything but politics. Then again, we talk again, a lot about rest. We say we cut down rest to 50%. How it benefits Sierra Leoneans. You know, they talk about something the most we got. And this year, Mr. Kargbo, we all laid inside there. We all had them part there. How many times we don't come out? How many times we don't go on radio? Would they celebrate government because they do their job? How many times you were in Canada? How many times you don't celebrate government because it do their job? What you elect them for? What you expect them for do? So we all know say listen, we all know say this politics they play, but sometimes we have to talk like we go for the talk like so we self we understand. With the talk about rest, say drop 50%. The way rest skyrocket in the history of Sierra Leone, ever skyrocket so. We get the late Pakaba. Pakaba meet rest about 30-something thousand leons, if I don't forget. How many thousand he left? We get honest by Kruma. He left rest. We know how much he left rest. Then we get this president who he come. The price we don't deal with rest to this price we did. Tell me to which regime or which time we don't get we price of rest skyrocket like this. So you drop it 50% export. If you drop in 50% import, that 50% import stay, we for don't able get and that we able feed ourselves. But even the 50% way in the county happen, because of the rest not enough, they don't drop the import. So the one the way the fuel they make them very expensive. So would I get for it 10 cup per day? Would I able afford 10 cup per day? You just get for able for buy 5 cup rest. So you say, "Oh, celebrate." I will go celebrate. Some of people who not sabi economics, who not sabi anything, who does they analyze things that blind way. We see the truth. So you want to celebrate? What you want to celebrate? Sierra Leoneans be stupid when they make more they go line up for vote. You see, some of them think that would happen. Now we self within now, not the Sierra Leoneans with the under. We self within now who know out in the work. Now we self the create them program. Now we self the fair way for turn them government to demigod, them president to demigod. How you go celebrate somebody who you expect to vote and you expect them for labor deliver? How many times you don't come out within America or within Canada? How many times you don't go celebrate president because of you give or what and goes? Anyway, thank you very much. I'll give people a chance.
Yeah, thank you. Interesting question. Let me take another call. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and where you calling from, please? Yeah, caller, go ahead, please. You're on live. All right. Well, we'll take someone else. VOS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and where you calling from, please?
Yes, Mr. Kargbo. I see that James again.
All right,
hello,
James. Yes, will they get you clearly? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, me brother Omar. We talk about you did a European country or wherever you are. You talk about the price of rice. I believe in a rest, then I take with food, even wherever you are. The West way we buy 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and the same price they buy, the Americans, our prices have tripled. And then the same market will all they buy. And the most of what you don't push the price of rice now Salone, not because Salone is producing or not producing, but because the foreign policy, the currency don't drop. If you $100, the amount of rice we buy 2 years ago, 5 years ago, when I was by Kuba, East Extension and Bakuma was in power. Now the same price. It's all like cement. Now the same price. The same, it will buy. If $100, it's a 3 bag rice they buy during that time. And the same 3 bag rice they buy today. That is how you say it's all about taxes alone. They push the price. Now the inflation or the currency will don't fall. That's alone. What you know, what's in the situation at Salone? Like here, as inflation we say our salaries, our take home, it increase. It match whatever it happen. But Salone, the salary don't become static since how many years? That's the problem.
But for state government, okay, the right price, whatever production they are doing, yes, they are producing. That's one I will tell you. They are producing. But you and I will not going to see the effect, the benefits directly until at least this new governor, they don't have the the monetary policy, it don't stable a little bit. I hope it will stable for a long time before we will start seeing the benefits.
All right, it look like say Brother James Dorango, and we tell you Boku thank you for your contribution. So Fambul and Le hold off the calls them. Le I finish this article because as you say that the main topic, so we just get about 8 minutes to the 2 hour mark. So Le I just finish the reading and let we go and we say, plenty time where they introduce topics, they look like say the topic we people like can delve into, they can push way away from the main topic. But let me go back to the main topic from Bulem, because this main topic it gets a huge implication for how we do business in a salon in terms of the contract here. So now let we go to Usabi Stop. So the project, this is not the history of this whole thing. The project began amid fanfares at State House in Freetown 6 years ago and was acclaimed by a unanimous vote in the country's normally fractious parliament a year later, after it was approved by President Julius Maada Bio's cabinet. But behind the scenes, civil servants worried about risks, many of which have since materialized. No public acknowledgement had been made about the losses until Africa Confidential asked detailed questions of the principals. So, what did they say now? Saying that Parliament passed this deal and Parliament way can get a little bit of issue APC versus SLPP, but we can't pass this project, then pass them, they all vote for them. So now the question is, why they all vote for them? It happens say now the way the possible way and kind of Parliament sell the project, lie for people then, let we find out. So, but again, side way they write about red flags, and the red flags then they both the parliament and the cabinet and even also the university authorities at the time, they reject or neglect the red flags then they. Well, let me continue for read the background. So the story begins in 2017 when FEMAB, Properties of Lagos, Nigeria 1 CSL, USL's Institute of Public Administration and Management, IPAM, agreement to a 50 million 3-year project to house up to 1,000 students and 100 university staff at a new campus at Bure Town, about 30 miles south of Freetown. Under the planned public-private partnership, FEMAB Properties would initially bear 75% of the cost and IPAM 25%. The government would provide a state guarantee for FEMAB's investment, and the capital would be repaid out of tuition fees and rents from the new buildings over 8 years. So what does this mean? Like how I explained before, according to the agreement, so the university for responsible for 25% of the total cost, and this property company for responsible for 75%. But for let them put their money, it happen na yourself. For example, if you want buy horse, for like the bank will get that confidence for trust you that big money there, the government they guarantee the loan and say, well, with a guarantee say this person it go pay. If he not pay, we go responsible for him. So then call that one the a mortgage default insurance. So you the homeowner, you dey pay small thing with an insurance premium fee for like the government, depending upon the agency, go able for give that guarantee there to the bank and to let the bank trust you and you go to pay. So na similar approach na yeah. This company now want put that kind of money there. They want the government for guarantee and say, well, if the college, the university now able for pay within the 8 years we then say, the government go responsible. So the government get for guarantee the loan. So but again, the interesting part is condition the way IMF be don't give. Say for lack then continue for trust Salone money, Salone not for engage in any kind contract then they. All that one they ignore. I will come to that. So I just try for explain to una no more what it mean for like the government guarantee the loan. So the article continue for saying show the people that will be there during the signing of this contract. Present at the contract signing ceremony at State House on 2nd August 2018, where FEMAB's Nigerian CEO Abiodun Ajuda, the FEMAB Director for Sierra Leone, Maila Dean Toure, Sierra Leone's Chief Minister David Francis, and USL's then Vice Chancellor and Principal, ex-Brigadier General Fodesa. Francis, David Francis, replied to most of our questions, telling us about the wide range of educational investments, of which Town was a small part, that he was proud to support as part of President Mada Bio's program to massively improve education after his election in April 2018. The lead on the project, Francis said, was the Tertiary and Higher Education Department, which presented the plan for approval to government. So waiting this they say, and now the same thing again, we don't they see over and over, saying Francis for sell the project, say, well, this is a small project among the plenty project or investment where the president don't initiate with respect to education. So because this one a small one, so again I paraphrase now, not to still way for create huge concern in support the project. So now then kind way then they now they continue for dismiss the people and way they raise concern in terms of the way how did they deal with projects. So again, David Francis, where people then they express concern, they make it clear now AYV, where they say, oh, why the president they travel so people then they're not getting for it, and the country they pay for them travel there per diem and all the other thing them where they pay for. Even the embassy them, the open embassy and stuff. So they ask her why all this if this not a huge burden on the country. He give people them back talk similar to the way how President Bill, instead of he listen to people them, instead of he address the concerns of people them, he then give people them back talk. So David Francis at the time give people in the back talk say now poverty mentality. Where you not to gentleman where beaucoup people are not even know about themselves. As university professor, and we don't know that if not top tier professor. But even so, we all know say professor they make that kind of money. Where you they talk about poverty mentality. So a poor country, then you they tell people and give people and back talk, where people express concern about their livelihood and the way how on a recklessly they spend on so-called foreign initiatives. You say that poverty mentality, and just as what they say, all NTR join together. Whose way really it don't benefit the average Sierra Leonean. Very small. Most of the benefits now then where they na government. How we know that? We see how much per diem they collect, and we see how much they fly first class. With plenty of them before government, they not be get that opportunity there at all. They not be able for drive expensive cars. So now them mostly all entire they benefit because now then get for pay them friends, families where they don't send per diplomatic mission foreign money. So that average salon person not supposed to complain. So we see that very clearly by this article where David Francis therefore dismiss some of the concerns that people every day raise and say, oh well, this is not just small of boku investments there, but that small one now cost the taxpayers $4.5 million. With that money, they will renovate, Connaught. It will do boku things there if at all we look at the priority aspect. 4.5 million US dollars. And remember, now since 2019. So now if you factor inflation, the value of that money, it's way more than that. But yet, it's not just small of the boku investments then. So meaning that 4.5 million not a big deal. So meaning that they okay for let them not even tell the salon people then. Let them not make them public. So now let's share with you now the red flags then. And the red flags here for also remind we say turn now they engage in similar situation. Similar type deal. But as I can always say, the so-called free education, I say so-called because to me the assessment as to how they come about saying free education, and clearly President Beardo in the town hall, it make them clear. They say it's free for the parents them, but not free for the government. So whose money government they take where it say the Ministry of Finance, they responsible for the so-called free education. Now who that money? Not the president being personal money, now the salon taxpayers the money. So now tell me how una feels in a free education. Una they pay for them. We the taxpayers, because as they pay tax na salon. We the taxpayers, we they pay for them. Because now that money where they collect from we, and the money where they come, not all for president being personal spending, now for on behalf of salon people and then donations then they. So still meaning that public funding. So if a public funded project, una they make like say that president being personal project, and they pull from in personal money. So as a result, where people are want for question on a feel say na politics that they play. And that kind of situation that they unfold so. So we get for wait until President will commodity. Then other governments now will go willingly go through the books and they tell will begin Allah, they're gonna be too late. As I always say, we not go ever able, if even you're a magician, you're not go ever able for change the past. Because the past is the past. But what you can do, you can able for direct the future. And that I always they appeal to people. Now where President Bill they do their mistakes here, or whether deliberate or unconsciously, we need for correct them now. So in the future, we go get less for deal with. And we not say we wait stay, we commodity, we go make commission of inquiry. All that they create a situation where the country not stable. Why we want wait stay commodity? Why we not establish situation now? Why we not learn from this kind of thing? So if I'm them, then we don't use politics and talk about free education. Then we say government funded education, also free education. Just like our government, they fund the roads where they drive. Our government, they make the roads from taxpayer money. So why am I when I say free roads? All the things that we government they sponsor or they spend with public money. Why am I when I say free? So they not allow them then politicians here for use them populous phrase than they and when I forget about that. For let them be accountable. For let we ask them questions. Because if we insist on asking questions, like how they red flags then they don't show clearly, and then the parliament do their job. The University of Salone, not for don't release that money there. So now I read for now the red flags there. 3 weeks before the State House signing ceremony, Financial Secretary Sajusu, and we all know say he be part of the Ministry of Finance, as I believe at one point he will be they will appoint him as Finance Minister. So I read back. 3 weeks after the State House signing ceremony, Financial Secretary Sajusu, the Finance Ministry's most senior official, penned a note raising important doubt to Francis, that's David Francis, the Finance Ministry, the Minister of Justice, the Secretary to the President, and the Deputy Vice Chancellor of IPAM, which Africa Confidential has seen but has not been revealed until now. Jusu was concerned that the contract expected IPAM to provide its 25% of the funding, that's equivalent of 12.5 million, with no timetable for when FEMAD would produce its 75%, which comes to 37.5 million. Jusu wrote, according to this article, it is worth noting that there is no provision in the agreement for the developer, FEMAD Properties, to provide advanced payment guarantee to secure IPAM's upfront payment. Jusu went on. It is not impossible for the developer to disappear after receiving the advance payment. Also, he pointed out work was not scheduled to begin until 90 days after FEMA had received the advance, an abnormal and unexplained clause. Now pause this, Salon people. I want to say kudos to Jusu, Mr. Jusu. And I think kind here we expect for letting they do repeatedly, even though we don't do a one-off so, and then he go back and shell. But to me, he do the right thing. You know, only sit down, settlement, but as the financial secretary and things the way he observe. A right is send memo to David Francis and all the big labas them, even the Minister of Justice, the Secretary to the President, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, they all send this memo. And so now it's a possible say this company, after they get that 25% deposit or advance payment, then go run away, then go disappear. You make it very clear that the note, according to this article, the memo is sent. And indeed, that happened. And how you go say, this person not show your money, and you say back, I go begin the project after 90 days where I don't receive an advance. And in a plenty time for let this person run away. And they don't give no guarantee. In fact, who's then go start? Like the timetable we go able for let unable see continue consistently. We for one una. And Mr. Jusu won the government. Where he passed by them people there, including the then Chief Minister, Winner David Francis. That a big red flag, and he not keep unto himself. So the other red flag from Bulem, other clauses were vague, and the business case section Jusu wrote was in type too small to read. That's what they call now fine print. We know say we bank one for like sign certain things. You know they won't read them. It is plenty, then it is actually small. The type of contract was unclear, and there was no mention of the contractor's expected return, which PPPs normally state. Jusu also questioned the repayment schedule. The contract committed IPAM to pay FEMAB after a grace period of 3 years, 1.875 million every quarter for 5 years until the entire 37.5 million of FEMAB's investment was paid off. So several things then I have fambuleng. As soon as see, and again I want to commend Mr. Jusu for this. Where somebody do something worth praising, let me praise them. I wish if we continue with the other program, the other projects them, and also the people them were responsible for the look through the entire. So now the first thing first, the way they write the contract, according to Mr. Jusu, it's so vague. Like how you go say the money where they return, now exactly the money where the person put into the business, into the project. So meaning that you not even show how much this person for profit. You know, they're the contract. So then a force. Now another big, and generally though, when you go into the contract here, then public-private partnership, you they include, if not trust, then trust the money. You they include the interest where they get for paper that money there. And you they include the money where they get for profit. All you they include them as money we get for return. Because if they get shareholders, they get for give money to the shareholders, profit. They get for share the profit. So you don't go say, okay, well, they spend 37.5 million and throughout the project, when are they pay back? Now exactly that 37.5 million. It don't make any sense, Mifambule. It don't make any sense at all. So now that's now some of the things then where Mr. Jusu be they point out, saying, but wait, how contract go be somebody come on all the way Nigeria getting company and a private company where clearly the number one goal now for make profit. They say I go put 37.5 million for this project. So the project costs 50 million. Una come up with 12.5 million and me go put the balance with $37.5 million US dollars. And then where una calculate how much una for pay me back after 8 years, una just give me back me 37.5 million. Ebo, it don't make any sense at all. And at that, Mr. Jusu be say. The other thing where Mr. Jusu be trying for raise now is where you calculate. Now put it on the screen. They say, but our own rough calculations indicate that this was too ambitious. So meaning that then give them say 3 years no payment, but after that 3 years stay, every 3 months when a quarter, every 3 months the university for pay FEMAB $1.875 million every 3 months. Therefore, do that for 5 years for come up with the total. We're at 37.5 million according to the article. So, but Mr. Jusu they say now, we then calculate roughly. So, but our own rough calculations indicate that this was too ambitious, with around 10,000 students paying fees of around $200 a year each. Only 2 million was coming in every year. Remember, so you look 10,000 beginning, each one they pay $200. So according to the math, they're saying 2 million for the whole year. So, but when you put together now the money we therefore pay every 3 months to this company, the total per year it comes to, according to this article, 7.4 million. We then promise for payback. And now, by that 10,000, they according to 10,000 students, they according to Juice, you say if even you add the 1,000 students them and the payroll, it will still not make that difference there. Because from 2 million, and now you say, okay, well, let we add 1,000 students on top of the 10,000 students. The family, I must stand they go come with. They go come with additional $200,000, way less than 1 million. So if you add that to the 2 million, so altogether you get 2.2 million. But they ask say per year. The university promise say per year then go pay this company back 7.5 million. So Mr. Jusu say, well, this math not add up. And even if you throw the the place them where una they make for rent, it's still that will come close to the amount there. So in the first place, this not a deal where they're not go default. Because for like you can with that difference, there's a big difference that. So the article continues to say, the contract said the university will provide the remaining 75% of the total approved cost upon completion of the project or upon demand by the developer, whichever is earlier. This meant FEMAB could demand payment even if it hadn't finished the project. A huge risk. Jusu said FEMAB needed to provide timeline for the works and other customary basic information. Jusu concluded if the issue, I bring them up. Jusu concluded if the issues raised above are cleared, we would have no objection to issue the financial guarantee. Yet, none of these concerns were addressed. So from Bulden, Mr. Jusu, like I say, he really playing part. And all the things them way he is, the red flags them, then they on point. But yet, he make it clear, say them point here word always so. If we not address them, we will get no problem for guarantee the loan. We will sign on behalf of the government, the university, say if the university not able to pay, the government will pay. But we know clearly, according to Mr. Jusu, saying that money with them promise them will pay. It don't make any sense. Say from the tuition fees, from the rental of some part of the building, can close. Not be even half of what they're supposed to pay every year for let them pay off the full amount we remember profit not the day, interest by the loan not the day, all that not the day. Adjust the money no more we then say then go spend when we go call the principal. And yet, so Mr. Jusu make it clear. Say if we not satisfy then conditions here, I tell we how we go address them, and in a satisfactory way, we go give now we blessing. And waiting at the blessing, we go guarantee the loan. The government will guarantee the loan. But fumble them, let you see no more how crookish people then be. So always Mr. Jusu don't make the red flag here. Waiting happen. The problem now, follow the government guarantee the loan. I will read this very quickly. Almost as soon as Jusu filed his memo, the project got into difficulties over the sovereign guarantee for FIMAP's share of the investment. The Bank of Sierra Leone, the central bank, pointed out in a memo, which we have also seen. So this, the people who write this article, that a guarantee like the one in the contract would breach the terms of Sierra Leone's extended credit facility with the IMF. The country wasn't allowed to ring-fence 37.5 million in scarce foreign exchange for any scheme, however worthwhile. So what does that mean? The Bank of Salone make it clear. Say according to the IMF condition, Salone for sign this kind of amount. Salone for guarantee this kind of money. Because Salone get better foreign exchange reserve. It don't matter how important this project will be. So the article continues to say, despite this, the project's champions forged ahead, and in July 2019, Deputy Finance Minister Patricia Lavalle secured FIMAP's agreement to take the money in local currency instead of US dollars, according to their correspondence. It looks as though she imagines that if a US dollar guarantee was impossible, denominating the sovereign guarantee in leones would be fine. So una see how people mislead the government. So what's difference it make for use foreign money versus for local money? So, but this deputy minister at the time, finance minister at the time, Patricia Lavalle, They say, oh well, it will make a difference if instead of the guarantee the money, we then get for pay in leon in dollar, so let them guarantee them in leons. But guess what? One thing we're not clear is what about the fluctuation in the currency in the leons? So how then go account for that guarantee then? So clearly, FEMAs, because of this, are just they do critical analysis here. Then they set for be a red flag. If not be genuine business, therefore be raise concern. Say, okay, wait. If you say you dey guarantee this money where they can spend in United States dollars, but you go guarantee, say, if the university default, you go pay me this money in local currency. Clearly, any legitimate business not gonna agree with that arrangement there. If at all they agree for let them pay them in local currency, then go get for do something way go reflect the current exchange rate. It will be a specific amount. And say, for example, if the money, the $37.5 million, it be 37.5 billion leons, just for the name of argument, they're not going to agree for let just be 37.5 billion leons. Then go say, depending upon the exchange rate, an equivalent in leons of $37.5 million. If not be legitimate business. But because not a legitimate business, they don't want for let them faint by them. So they don't even question or even create a little block, according to this article. So the deputy minister at the time feels say, oh well, they're not able to bypass that edict. So what did he do after where he don't suggest for let then Kargbo let them guarantee the money in leons? So he go to parliament. So the other paragraph. That's what she told Parliament in a celebratory introduction of the agreement on 16 July, just prior to the unanimous vote in favor. Then Kotanaya, we have identified all the possible risks of this investment and we have come up with appropriate mitigation measures to ensure that there is no default in the repayment of this agreement. That's what I say. Within the article say. But that was incorrect. The article make it clear. Central Bank and Finance Ministry officials warned after the vote that no matter what the currency, such a guarantee still ran foul of Freetown's undertakings to the IMF. So what does this mean? It means, say, regardless of the currency, like I say no more, that IMF condition is still stand. It go breach that IMF condition, and way down they go risk for less salon get additional disbursement. So the article conclude by saying, with no state guarantee of the investment, the project was dead in the water, but IPAM had already acted even before the vote in Parliament, anxious to pay FEMA the $5 million to get work started at the Bure town site. It took out a commercial loan from the United Bank for Africa, underwritten by the government, for $3.5 million and ordered it paid to FEMA. Wanna see? So this they come across like say they don't bribe them. So the no one for ye any or see any red flag we will prevent them from supporting the release of the money to this company. So according to the agreement, they say, okay, well, the company say, well, yes, una for pay 12.5 million, we are 25% of the overall project, but for let we start the work, una for pay $5 million. So waiting the university to do, quick, then go now United Bank for Africa, and then the government sign, and then withdraw 3.5 million, and they order for let the bank pay directly to FEMA. So then conclude now, say the move alarmed the chief risk officer at the bank holding IPAM's account, and he delayed the payment. Then quote Naya, we have not seen any evidence of FEMA properties limited equity contribution in their account. He wrote, asking University Deputy Vice Chancellor Samuel K. Noni whether he still wants to proceed. Noni insisted on paying it and later transferred to FEMA an additional $1 million from IPAM's internal funds, making a total of 4.5 million. Noni explained to us that 4.5 million was all that they could raise at the time. The FEMA accepted the smaller amount, and FEMA accepted the smaller amount, although they later wrote to IPAM asking for the remaining 500,000 US dollars. So we fumble them. The article continue for talk about a situation whereby they ask now for letting get their money back. But it's very clear now saying the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Minister of Finance, even David Francis, in desperation for release this money. They're not going to be for nothing. Because if they don't get any personal interest, something for gain from it, therefore we don't force listen to Mr. Jusu in concerns. And fast forward to the Bank of Salone concern. And then you fast forward, even when you don't go through all that process thing, then the chief risk officer at the Bank of Salone, he try for say, una wait a minute, we not still see any money now then people at their account. We not see the equity contribution. Remember, Mr. Jusubi don't say they not see any money from them. As a matter of fact, they forget in a specific account they own 75%. And then the bank now will put the university will put their own 25%. But they not see penny. And the chief risk officer bring them to the attention of the then Deputy Vice Chancellor, Winner Samuel K. Noni. And what did he do? He ignored that. And he said, well, let them proceed. So we fumble them. And now, but interestingly though, even though somebody at the university say clearly they want the money back, but somebody else, they say, oh no, they not say that. So they continue for the quiz out. Fumble them till date, according to this article, now they cite this. $4.5 million. When I look what's in the site right now. So now, waiting FEMAP do. FEMAP sent some bulldozers to the sites to clear some of the bush and erect a wall, according to a video Africa Confidential found on YouTube. They claimed to have carried out soil sampling and other elementary site preparation, but there was nothing feasibly done on the ground. One government auditor who investigated the use of IPAM's money told us, after this, FEMAB never resumed the works, as far as we know. FEMAB has also refused to answer any questions, and the site has now been reclaimed by the jungle. Africa Confidential asked Miss Lavali, who is now the African Development Bank's country officer for Tanzania, why she had pushed the Bure town project so hard and claimed that it was secure when no state guarantee could in fact be given. She did not respond to our emails, nor did the finance ministry in Freetown, to whom we put the same question. Fambulem, I see why I always the same. The ACC useless na Salone. So it take foreign correspondents for pull this out. And this is not something we are public money and the country money. And because of this government involved, I bet you now the ACC go make them not even know about the story. And probably if at all they feel pressured, then go come back and whitewash them. Like how they whitewash parenterally in case, like how they whitewash the former immigration boss in case. And so then go whitewash this. And then wanna tell me how Salone they succeed in fighting corruption. Corruption is written all over the place. If that former deputy finance minister, if he be do something, we deep down a convincing of the right thing, you're not supposed for I to answer questions. The ACC and the urge ACC now for column an investigator. Investigate David Francis, investigate the Deputy Vice Chancellor as to why they're all desperate for let the university release this money. Money was signed by the government, so the government they on the hook for pay this money back. Because clearly the university not get that kind of money there. So me fumble them. The interesting thing is that finally the part where they say they want their money back. Eventually on 9 March 2022, Vice Chancellor Fodesa wrote to FEMAB saying that although the project was stalled by the failure to obtain the state guarantee, he still wanted an expenditure report for IPAM's 4.5 million. He went on, the university is demanding an immediate refund of monies paid to FEMAB as part payment for the mobilization to the IPAM site. FEMAB has refused to repay a single loan as far as we are able to tell. And neither FEMAB nor IPAM will tell us what FEMAB's response to Fodesa's demand was. And this is another thing. Mariam Conte Morgan, Noni's successor, so meaning the deputy vice chancellor, they always succeed. The man will say, let them release the money. Denied IPAM was seeking reimbursement of the 4.5 million, despite Fodesa's letter. The project is still on, she told us. Francis, that's David Francis, who later became foreign minister and is now no longer in government, told us he consulted other officials on the project when replying to us. We asked Bakima, who was the tertiary and higher education minister, when the plan went to cabinet about the project but received no reply. Francis, that's David Francis, told us the project was now set to go ahead without the state guarantee once alternative funding was obtained. He said IPAM and FEMAB met in Lagos in July 2023 to decide this, but there are no details on how it is to be achieved, nor would anyone we contacted answer why Jesus' concerns in his August 2018 memo were not addressed, let alone why the public and parliament were not informed. Neither did any official answer us as to why the red flags about FEMAB were ignored. So they kind of talk about several things we are not going to, but fumble them. Corruption still they go on. So the vice chancellor, we are Fodisa, he writes letter to FEMAB or FEMABs, say they want the money back. They want the university money back, the 4.5 million. And now the deputy vice chancellor, they say otherwise. They say, oh no, do not send any letter up to that effect there. So for them, according to even Francis now, say talk to officials then, they say the project will continue. Project we're supposed for them start from 2019, if I'm good. 2019. Then sign them 2018. So till now, as of July of last year, with this doing the article, we then contact them, then the person will take over for the one way give the money, or we instruct for let them pay the money to FEMA. They say, oh no, the project still they continue. They don't meet with the company, and the company don't give them assurance say the project will continue. So if that's not the case, why the company not answer questions? And why una self not give detail to that effect? And why una not tell the public? Why una not give parliament update on that? So there's secrecy deal, there's secret deal there. Now then people like we, they stand against. They encourage people and for be careful, for hold the government accountable, for ask questions. But yet, only they brand we as anti-government. If this become not the public, I should say, Mr. Jusu for be throw more light to the public, and the public for rally and say no, not for sign this kind of contract because you get plenty red flags. But then keep a secret. So ACC, this for be a job for now. For know the motive behind, even where the Bank of Salone say the government not go able for guarantee this kind of investment. But yet the Deputy Minister, Chief Minister David Francis, and the Deputy Vice Chancellor, they all insist for go back door and pay the money. Corruption is all over the place. Corruption the writing at the wall by this case of corruption is all over. It's very clear. Say David Francis, the deputy minister, the deputy minister of finance, the deputy vice chancellor, they're highly likely say them bribe them, then give them part of that 4.5 million. Because otherwise, the red flag will be too plenty for proceed with this case. So now see why people are like they say we then sign contracts not to just for can tell we, like in this case, in the next 3 years we will get a new campus. We will host over 1,000 students then. We need it, me particularly, I need to just buy that. When I remember repeatedly, I don't talk about the so-called free education. Say I go only assess where I see how much indeed it cost Sierra Leone people. I need to just take the so-called benefit and run with it. No, I mean they do a proper analysis like that. Because anytime you want for do analysis of that kind of nature, you did look at the cost versus the benefit. And if the benefit more than how much it will cost we, then yes, we will be one of the people already promoter. But because of their secret dealings here, where it still they go on, I can always be skeptical when the president can say, they can build this. This we don't get a loan of this amount for build so thing. I can always get reservation. Because then they always try for push the small benefit where the country they get and hide the big cost on the government. And after we then commodity where other people then check the books and go realize, say, my goodness, just like I can always reference during the GTT report, we notice, say, under APC, then they pay so much. I think, if I remember correctly, about $1 million or so dollars per 1 kilometer of road. You don't need to forget PhD for saying that they too much. 1 kilometer of road, you pay so much million. I think it was 5 million or so, or 1 million, I don't remember exactly, but about $1 million. So they make, unfortunately, they're not able to hold that standard in. So before we sign any project, we will bring and come to the public and we show the benefit and the cost. They're not able to do that. So until they do that, before me, Abdul Karim Kargbo, go give them kudos. But until then, I go always weigh their so-called projects here. I go weigh them with skepticism, with question mark. Because we don't see that on the UNESCO map. We don't left it. And it all begin see the terrible deal them. A big example will be the toll gate. We see the contract where they put them before Parliament. How terrible that contract they be. And highly likely they don't bribe an ESCOMA. So he decide as part of the assurance to the Chinese company, say, well, we not get any obligation for disclose the contract. Seriously? Something where you believe, say, you do in the interest of the people, you don't get any reason for hide the contract. So that they continue for go on. So me fumble them. This now one of several reasons we make President BO. They do all kind of things for make sure, say, Madam Lara Taylor Pierce not get a position back. Because it's fierce. And we see one part of the article we didn't talk about the auditor. When they question the money where IPAM they spend. So clearly, but go of them project here with President BO, they claim, say, they don't get money here and there and stuff. not get somebody with a auditor. No, we don't get that person. Because the person we put, in fact, from your understanding, you not even qualify for the Auditor General. And because he put an day in, we call the shot in the President's bill. So if you don't get anything for high, that's always the same. Why you bent on removing the Auditor General? So Fambule, I'll take the last call and I'll go end the program. VOS Network, hello caller, wait till your name and send it to please. Hello caller. Hello. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Yes, wait till your name and send it to please.
Hello?
Yes, you there on live? Wait till your name and send it to Hello.
Mr. Kargbo, how are you?
I did do well, sir. We hear you live. Go ahead, please.
This is an excellent analysis, and I hope Francis Benkefala or even the Parliament will intervene into this particular issue immediately. I hope, because this is like a test case again, another test case again, don't go to President Kefala.
Yeah.
The only issue again, I feel say you miss. You say Jusuf, the Jusuf advice, we did an excellent job. Not so JJ Safao, not so nothing became finance minister later. He was the whatever say retire. Now 2 different people there. JJ Safao are criminal.
I know about JJ
I know.
Again, it kind of.
Well, that Jusuf never become finance minister. And we say a later became finance minister.
Yes. So now the same Jusu or now a different Jusu?
Now different Jusu.
Okay. My thank you. Thank you for the correction.
Now different Jusu. Jesus of never became finance minister. Jesus of never became whatever. How you call the position?
I go look him up. But
not only. Jesus of was the finance minister and became chief minister until whatever Mr. They can Mr. Manabu now later the Saka.
After JJ Safa, I know say JJ Safa became chief minister, but after JJ Safa, would that be the? But I go look him up anyways.
Before JJ Safa as the finance minister, JJ Safa I started as the finance minister. When JJ Safa come on and this guy we corrupt guy we believe in name under anti-corruption Bandi.
Okay.
So Joshua was. Okay. Just stay there until you retire.
All right, that's fine. Thank you for the correction. And again, I know be
so I don't know more, but I hope. But I believe say even anti-corruption without me, I know that I believe say public account committee headed by Tawa. This is another test case. If Tawa is hearing me, these are the things we will call immediately for can investigate. Someone who don't hold you to a high esteem. But if one believes say what you do them for Salone. Now the thing is this way you call. If SFPB kick you out, he's a very important somebody. Tomorrow he's a young man. I have to say Tawa, because the thing went through parliament. If the parliament was deceived in those days, now they get right for callback and investigate. And I believe that these are the things that will all Sierra Leone will galvanize together and mount pressure on government for investigate, and we'll get a result out of it. And I don't want to have new confusion.
Absolutely, and thank you again for the correction, sir, because we have to make the assertion, and I'll not be too sure. Thank you so much, and great point. This situation we need for.
But there was a lot of red lights. I don't even know how parliamentarians sign that in contract.
Well, I believe
because if you just to,
I'm not cutting but I believe say the deputy finance minister at the time, Patricia Lavallee, he tried for murky the concerns. To me, I feel say that for real investigator, including.
Well, to be honest to you, but Mr. Kargbo.
Yes, sir.
This case here, even that lady Mokra, you able to see the red light.
He saw these things. The parliamentarians, they are not doing anything. They are just paying them the extra money they eat. But I hope Tawa really want some of us for continue for God respect for him. This is a team he has to call. Because that will only depend on Francis Benkafala because of within the first lady in the Sierra Leone, go 5 years back, he began investigating Siami one. Okay, with all these Tawa important guy in this Param in Witter, I feel say if Tawa want to respect him, this is a thing he has the right for call immediate investigation into this thing.
I agree with
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, I would say that will be the last call, but apparently we get 2 additional calls. Let me take them. So let me go first to a WhatsApp caller. WhatsApp VOS Network. Waiting on your name and who say they call it from, please.
Good evening, Mr. Kargbo. This is Naman State Talk.
Hello, brother Mans. Thank you so much for your call, and I'm glad you were the accountant. we was the accountant. Let help we with this. Go ahead, please, brother Mans.
Yeah. Firstly, I want to tell you, I'm very much happy for hearing your voice after like 2 weeks. You know,
Thank
and the one that see what's happening. See, they are sent message that say, Mr. Kargbo, I hope everything okay and you well. You know, thanks so much for coming back.
Thank you. I'm glad to be
Yes.
back. Thank you.
Yes. Firstly, let's just start with this United Nations thing. You know, me now I'm not too energized about all the noise going on about this United Nations thing. I'm not saying it's not a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing, but I'm not energized because just like what you see, it has to start with Sierra Leone, inside Sierra Leone, and with the people of Sierra Leone. For rebrand a country, the development has to be feasibly seen and felt by the people of that country. There is no way you tell me, say, you picking and you wave the angry na us, but you go tell your neighbor, say, me right now, everything fine. We don't make so, me picking the bingo private school, me picking any sleep angry, but meanwhile, they're angry na us. So I don't care how you dress for go out. I don't care whose motoka you drive for go out. As long as the one that are us, they're not okay. You're not able to meet the basic of needs. I don't see it make any sense for all the wisdom for talk about whatever. And I just heard the other day in another program where they talk, say, the government, they plan for host a number of other heads of states them or UN-related heads them. That's now other millions of dollars they will plan for spend so. We know they make the money and also we get plenty other side also for don't spend money like that. But now we plan for spending money for sure, like say, yes, we are leader in this. We talk for the Africa get permanent seats now, United Nations, not to today begin. And they try for cry the presidency and foot down. No, but not to today begin, and not a new thing. And me for one possible thing say Africa not ready yet, forget to sit on a table there. Because I want to make a BC like we and the position. Let not tell like say we get this entitlement mentality, like say because we boku, because we're not Africa, so we self-deserve. No. How much are we bringing to that table financially? We can't take care of we people them all day with a big, but yet still, we get right for Sidon Day. I don't see them. I want to make we and things that now for we self in Africa. Make we self be proud of we continent and we country them. We still the bigger, but yet still once you don't at the top seats, at the top table, the biggest table. I don't see the sense inside it. Let we take care of our business, then we country them. Let we take care of we people them. Let we make sure say we cut all them corrupt practice there so where they go on. You know, and come to this University of Sierra Leone, I feel say we get people them we educated, we learn book, we do plenty things that like in project management kind of thing. We before you give somebody contract, we work as head of procurement during the VOS Salone. And I see before you give somebody contract, you get to look back, especially big contracts them. You dey look back, wetin na the project wey this particular company don do. E get experience in wetin e dey bid for. Wetin na some of the collateral dem? Wetin are the things that the bank wey go send security dem, wey go send things that we go prove say yes, this money has whatever advance una dey pay, e guarantee in case you default, una get outside for fallback. They get them kind thing and they get them security, then they will the issue. Would that follow up on all them due diligences then they? But I want to assure you this, Mr. Kargbo. The chief minister by then and a couple of other people know very well what them really do. And me not get any hope, say, we anti-corruption commissioner, based on recent events, based on the history since he became the commissioner in 2018. I don't think say anything gets for happen there. Nothing not get for happen there, and it's a shame. And when them kind here so they be, them kind blatant corruption there so they be, will not deserve to get seats na table like at the United Nations Security Council. Thank you very much, sir.
Well, thank you very much. And this the same point we previous caller make, saying the trust in Ben Kelfala is very diminished right now. So the appeal to Tawa now for like it really bring this to light, because this now something where if we handle it well, it will prevent further occurrences of similar situation. And again, I want to tell my brother thank you for where he correct me, because as I be say, I not be too clear whether or not the Sir Jusu, now be the deputy, now be the finance minister, but yes, now Vandy. And thank you so much for that. And again, I want to continue for say kudos to the financial sector, Jusu way definitely. I think kind people and they for they celebrate where they see something wrong and repeatedly it do in best for sound the alarm. So then kind people and they, but unfortunately, then people and they can shelve them quietly. But that in a true definition of a civil servant, a great civil servant. So to me, where they talk about award and stuff, now then kind people and they forget award now that country. They not have the like of Ben Kelvala, we may not know how they get an award them, and corruption, they're all over the place. But yet, if they say you win award here and there, I may not see them. And I don't think it's deserving of their award then they where they cherry pick who they go after. Of course, I don't make them clear. Say that ACC department day or agency day, not just political football. So as a result, it's useless. I will say I will take that as the last call, but we still see people in there on the line. Let me just take last one. VOS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who side they call me from, please. Hello, caller. Waiting on your name and who side they call me from. Alright, it look like say we don't lost that person there. So Fambulem, I go tap him now because we don't even I don't be intend for go above 2 hours, but as soon as I know it's like I can provoke on our thoughts them, and I'm glad for that, the participation and the online participation as well. But Fambulem, with all seriousness though, again let me pull party aside. $4.5 million. That's a small money. They do plenty things that are that country. And now, want for like a goal just like that. We know want for go after this company, and not only for let we get to money back, but for stop them from defrauding other countries them or other institutions them. So again, to me, and nice, it's just unfortunate that the president is so quiet over the issues here. And the issues here for the make town hall meeting for let people and get the awareness. Let you encourage whistleblowers. Let you encourage people and make them public during a town hall. Give them presidential medal. If at all salon like America where you will get the presidential medal of freedom or something like that, the equivalent for give people like Mr. Jusu Safa for we consistently is a try for blow the alarm consistently several times. A try for caution authorities, but yet in the end their fears. And now it all happens, say the university don't lost 4.5 million. As a matter of fact, the county, because the county is responsible for that money there. So Fambulem, Jia, and I'm glad when we all they look at this from a salon perspective, not from APC or SLPP perspective. Then we continue for deal with the issues here from the center. Then we don't deal with them from a corner. Then we come to the center. Avoid APC SLPP argument. Then we do salon argument. Then we make the case. See, then people are responsible, including the former chief minister, for being answerable. Therefore, do investigation into this case. And all the people that we responsible, if they realize, say, deliberately, they mislead Parliament. And we know very well, so you can even go jail for contempt of Parliament. Let us serve term. And that's now one way you just send a big message. So if you want to connive with a dubious company for defraud any other company, whether private or public institution, you go think twice because of the consequence. So let them face the consequence of their action. Not to just go after APC as member of the opposition, like how they drag somewhere in case, that chancy thing, and the money we involved now, I believe say more than the chancy deal we somewhere supposed to be responsible for. They say somewhere for what we're responsible for. We as according to the chairman bar of the Africanist press, say somewhere not be dead again with this whole corruption really go on. So but yet then pursue that case thing so aggressively because of someone APC. But this one now, we look forward to an aggressive investigation. So family, I want to say boku thank you, and yes, I'm glad for be back. And by God's grace, we will resume. As of today, we will resume normal broadcasting. And by God's grace, tomorrow we will get Mr. Shillon, and I believe say he will talk a little bit more on this UN situation. And on Thursday, by God's grace, we are going to talk about the politics and economics, because I deliberately not go too deep into that. I want for reserve for Thursday program the situation whereby NRA they push for increase the tariff, the tax on imported 40-foot container. What that will mean for the country, what it will mean for the average salon person. I will talk a lot more about on Thursday. So this topic, NRA reduces import duty on 40-foot containers after public outcry. So as a matter of fact, not to the original amount where they pay, they reduce, so then be add so much. So when they reduce from the amount where they add. So meaning on a net base, they increase the import duty on 40-foot containers. I will talk a lot more about that on Thursday. So let God bless you now with our family. And again, I'll say boku thank you. And just quickly though, Mr. Umar, we make suggestion, dear Fambulem, VOS, we get the platform. And as soon as see, as we explained, as I explained earlier, we didn't have boku platform them. So we the broadcast, and right now, where they look at the numbers, then we get people that they watch we live. now X, we now former Twitter, and even now the other platform we both people now familiar with, we now Twitch, we get people that we watch with it. So we dey try for bring una VOS very close to our favorite platform, whether you prefer YouTube, you prefer Facebook, you prefer X, former Twitter, or you prefer other network. We will try for do that. So, but again, we dey look for people then we will bring program. It no matter again. If even the only thing we will encourage you is una not use VS for propaganda. But if you can, you say you want for bring program, we go talk about the good things then about APC. That's fine. VS not for you. If you want to come and get program and say you want for talk all the good things then about SLPP, VOS not for you. The only thing we're going to encourage you now is una get to allow VOS to ask una question. We'll not set up their programs then. But any kind of program, was not civil program, not a cost program, dear, if una interested in bringing up or starting a program, it can be once a week, it can be once every 2 weeks, it can be once every month. Una contact VOS directly. If email not the best way for una contact we na info@vostelevision.com, info at vostelevision.com. So info at VOS Television Network television.com. So there by the topic, by the subject, because we get plenty spam. So by the subject, just put interested in program, or interested in becoming VOS host. Something no more way we not go flag them as spam. Yeah. So there we go encourage you now, and we want to work with as many people them. We will walk through now the slots that we get and make sure see their slots then jive with una. Yeah. So una, thank you again. Let God bless una with una family, and let God bless the VOS network. And above all, again, I can always say we people them, let we know swear with politicians them, because now they still get for enact policies that will affect me, you, we picking them, the picking them, and the grand picking them. So the generation yet unborn, now them politicians here, and then get for determine how we get for do eat, because if they pass policy where go make tintranga for we, guess what? It go restrict what we they eat and how many times we go eat because tintranga. So now that make people always say, oh, we don't mix for politics. No, the politicians them get so much influence that you life. So as a result, we don't need for quiet. Let we really stand up and speak out. Let we like how we the last two callers then therefore talk about this issue, for let Parliament look into it and investigate and bring the proper measure for make sure say not happen again. And above all, fumble them, the country we me and you to cherish, no matter how the international community rate them as the poorest, one of the poorest country. Guess what? That country with me and you two still need for cherish. And as a matter of fact, now me and you two go able for push salon go before. Otherwise, nobody else not therefore can push salon go before, but we safe. So let God bless the one and only country where we call Mama Salon. Until Thursday, I go see una back. Una take care. But before then, I will encourage you to follow and tune in tomorrow by God's grace, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be Salon 7 p.m. and UK time will be 8 p.m. For Leona tune in to waiting Mr. Shilon, lawyer Shilon, go for share with Una, and probably Mr. Jamboria will join them. But I know for sure, by God's grace, Mr. Shilon go day na the platform next week. Tomorrow. And hopefully, Madam Matilda go resume next Saturday. Otherwise, me go day for feeling for them. But by God's grace, on Thursday, I go see Una. And until then, Una take care of yourself. And the one and only Conti, as I always can feel pleased for talk about me Conti, Mama Salone. May God bless Mama Salone and direct we all on the right path. Let we minimize corruption. If we're not able to eradicate them, we clearly not possible, but let we minimize them. Until then, me na Abdul Karim Kargbo, they say unatata.
On the hill, now them body just they try. So foot at them body they and now they just they cry. Now we bother them foot so they swell now why? I don't know if now the chemical or what's in then they put. Best now for avoid them, nothing but the truth. Other food and they for it, come up young kush. We still bring this message so you do work for you.
Every day we they lost it man their life because of kush. Yeah, Papa government, NGOs now come so we hate. Yeah, you way they import kush. You know like Salone, no. Now we value we like Dr. Isaac will say
that's a kush. Me brother don't want before you time. Say that's a kush. So we they use the